beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire Vivian, and on today's video I'm going to make a review about this book, this wonderful book. The name of the book is what? Master Your Destiny. This book is very good for those who are struggling to for those who are struggling in their life, so for those who are stuck in their life, for those who want to become the better version of themselves, for those who want to be the best version of themselves, for those who also have a goal but haven't worked towards it. This book is very, very good for you. So today's topic, before we dive into the full content of today's topic, let's go on a short break. Come back. Okay, so this book is divided into three main parts. According to the way the writer writes it. Number one is what? The first part is what? Understanding your story, changing your story. Then what? Integrating your story. Understanding the first part. Let's dive into the first part. Let me give a short summary about the first part. Understanding your story. What does your story entails about? How was your story created? And how can you adopt new belief to change your story? So let's talk about understanding your story. What is your story? Understand? What is your story? Your story is what? Is a combination of what you think, how you feel, and the experience you have in your life, maybe your past life recently, and the action you have actually take. Those are the things that comprises of your story. Your story is what? Your story is what? Is the combination, or how let's say, is the content of what? Of how you think, your thoughts, your feeling, your experience, and your action. Those are what consists of your story. So under your story, you have belief. How do you adopt new belief? What are the belief? What are belief? You understand? Belief are the things that we adopt when we are growing up. When we say, okay, this belief are the things that we adopt, that, oh, this thing is right, let me do it. This thing is wrong, let me do it. You understand? So we have empowering belief and we have disempowering belief. What are empowering belief? Empowering belief are belief that when you have, it makes you stay motivated. It makes you to feel as if you can do more. It makes you to believe in yourself. Empowering belief, when you have an empowering belief, you're going to see possibilities. You see possibility in what you are doing. You understand? It will empower you. It will give you more shift. To give you like, oh, I can do this thing. That's empowering belief. And also we have disempowering belief. Disempowering belief. What are disempowering belief? Disempowering belief are belief that makes you look down yourself. It doesn't make you to go for what you want to do. It's disempowering belief is just like a limited belief. It makes you look down yourself. It makes you to have limits to what you can do. It gives limits to what you can do. So those are empowering belief and disempowering belief. And whenever you think that you have a disempowering belief, let me give an example of disempowering. I can't do this thing. Oh, this thing is too hard. Why am I going through a lot? I can't do this thing. What if I don't think I can do this thing? I don't think I'm going to be picked. I'm not good enough. Those are disempowering belief. And whenever you find yourself in this kind of situation, the only thing you can do is what? Identify your disempowering belief and what? Replace it with a more empowering belief. More empowering belief that I can do it. I can get better at what I'm doing. Even if I failed, I'll repeat it. Even if I've tried before and I failed, I'm going to try again. I can get better. I can improve in myself. Those are empowering belief. You understand? So whenever you see yourself in a situation, in a disempowering belief situation, I will urge you to what? To identify it and what? Replace it with the empowering belief. You understand? So that is about belief and what? Our story. Okay, so how are belief cultivated? How do we what's the nature of our belief? How do we create this belief that we're talking about? Belief is what? It's created through the repetition of thoughts, feelings, and our action. What makes you believe that you are good? What makes you believe that you are great? It's because you think in your brain that, oh, constantly you're thinking that I am great, I can do this thing. Once you continually do that thing, or once you continually think of that thing, it's become your belief. It's become part of you. Let's say as I am like this, I always look down myself from. I'm like, do you think I can do this thing? Oh, do you think you can write this book? I don't think so. Because the repetition of that thought will make you to believe that that thing is right or not. You understand? So most of our beliefs are not true. Some of them are not even true. Some of them are true, while some of them are not true. You understand? It depends on how you adopt it. So belief are what we adopt, you understand, through the repetition of our thoughts. You understand? If you're always thinking that you are good, then you are good. If you're always thinking that I can do this and I can try better, I can get better in who I am, I can be the best version of myself, because you have this repetition of that thought in your mind, it will lead you to make constant actions. You understand? Because when you're always thinking about that thing, when you're always thinking about that, oh, I want to get better on what I'm doing. Okay, let's say this year now, I've been thinking that Vivian, I want to get better. I want to try my best to improve myself. I want to improve mentally, spiritually. I want to grow myself. I want to be the better version of myself. I want to be the best version of myself, because I've always been thinking about that thing. You understand? Because of the constant repetition of that thought, it will give an impulse, like a push for me to also make action, to take action, rather, to take action. You understand? So belief are being cultivated when there is repetition of thought, feeling. How do you feel? Do you feel like improving yourself? Do you feel like pushing yourself further? You understand? So the same thing goes to when you have a disempowering belief, when you're always looking down on yourself, when you're always talking down on yourself that I don't think I can do it. Who is this? Who am I to do it? What is this? I cannot do this. I cannot do that. So when you have constant repetition of all those thoughts, if you are having constant repetition of disempowering belief, it might always take you to take action that will make you to look down on yourself. But when you are always having constant repetition of what empowering belief, it will make you to go further. So I urge you that whenever you're having a disempowering belief, always replace this with what a empowering belief, so that you can get better at your story, and so that you can create a better story for yourself. So let's go to the next part. Common story that people often tell themselves. You understand? I'm still explaining understanding your story, right? Let me talk about common story people often tell themselves. We have different story people often tell us. We have the victim story, we have the fear-based story, we have the selfless story, we have the I don't have enough story, we have the I don't have enough money story. Understand? So what is the victim story? The victim story are the story that people often tell themselves, as these are the people that always blame every single thing. Anything happening in their life, they always blame everybody for anything happening in their life. You understand? They don't always want to take responsibility of anything that is happening in their life. They'll be like, it is because of this person I'm going through this thing. It's because of this person I'm going through that. It's because of this person I'm going through this. They don't want to take any responsibility for themselves. They don't want to. They're always blaming other people for all their unfortunates. These are the victim story. They always tend to look as if they are the victims going through a lot. You know, so whenever you find yourself in this kind of story, you just need to stand up for yourself and build a better story for yourself. You understand? So we also have the fear-based story. These are the people that they often their mind is full of fear. Their heart is full of fear. And let me tell you something. Remember that the person you want to be behind your fears is the person you want to be. You just have to face your fear. Everybody has fear, everybody. But the more we challenge our fear, the more we tend to face our fear, the more we begin to see the better version of ourselves. The more we begin to uncover the greater person of ourselves. The more we begin to uncover the greater part of ourselves. So if you're currently in this fear-based story, those are people that are always thinking that I'm afraid, I can't do it. What would they say? Am I good enough like this? Can I do it? I can't. So these are the people that under this fear-based story, they are too afraid of even trying new things. So if you're currently in this kind of story, I will urge you to stand up and build a better story for yourself. We have the selfless story. These are the people that often try to think of sacrificing their life for others. They think that sacrificing their life will make them impact other people's life. No, you can impact people's life. You can only impact people's life when you are productive. Yes, when you are productive, when you are trying to be the best version of yourself, like you are trying to write a book. You know, you trying to write this book now, trying to write a self-development book. You're trying to be a better version of yourself, and at the same time, you're also impacting life. If you're trying to make videos, educational videos, you are trying to improve yourself. At the same time, you're also trying to impact life. So sacrificing your life or sacrificing your happiness is not the way out. You understand? Your happiness is when you are happy that you make other people happy. You understand? So these are the selfless story. They often think that sacrificing their life or sacrificing their happiness will make them impact other people's life. No. You understand? So the next story is what? I don't have enough story. These are the people that often think of themselves as if they often have the scarcity mindset that they don't have enough. We live in abundance. Yes, we live in abundance. You have to shift your mindset from having a scarcity mindset to what abundant mindset, and you begin to see new things happening. You begin to see new opportunities. You begin to see new ideas coming in. You understand? These are the people that are often like, I don't have enough. That's why I did not start that business. Because I don't have enough. That's why I'm not going to this. That's because I don't have enough. That's why I don't want to start it. I don't have enough. Start where you are. Start where you are and build. Even if you are having this small thing, maybe what you are expected to have is this, and you're just having this. Try to start from where you are. Small things grow. You don't need to start as big as possible. You don't need to have the most beautiful thing in this world before you can start anything you want to do. So even if you have this small thing, believe that this small thing is something that you can build up. You understand? These are the people that are actually facing story like, I don't have enough, that's why I'm not doing it. I don't have enough money to start the business. The only one I have is small. The what I have is small. Please, if you're currently in this story, please try to build a better story for yourself. And there are also people that always think, I don't have enough. Okay, it's the same thing. I've explained it already. So please, all these stories are the story that people often tell themselves, and it actually limits them. So please, if you are going through any of this story, please embrace a new story, embrace a new one, and build. You understand? We are the story. We are the story. We have to create a better story for ourselves. We are the owner of our life, and we have to create a better story for ourselves. That is how the writer actually explained it in his book. The part one side, which says understanding your story. So let's go to the other part. How does our story create? Like, how do we create our story? You understand? We have repetition. I said repetition of something. Repetition of what you are thinking actually creates a belief for you. A belief that, okay, I can do it. And when you do it, it also creates our story because you have experience, right? We also have your personality. Your personality can also determine the kind of story you are creating for yourself. Which kind of person are you? Are you an optimistic person or a pessimistic person? Do you always see good thing in any event, or do you misinterpret meaning? You understand? Your personality will also add into your story, the kind of story you are creating. Your environment, yes. Who are the people that you're hanging out with? Are you just hanging out with negative people, or you're hanging out with people that support you in what you are doing? Your environment can be your physical environment, can be people who are surrounding you, and it can also be your mental environment. How do you think? What are you thinking? What are you exposed to? Are you just exposed to negative things, or are you exposed to educational content? How are you conditioning your mind to be the best version of yourself? Your environment is also a key factors of the kind of story you want to create. Your personality, your environment, repetition of thought, what you think constantly can also lead to the kind of story that you are creating. Then your interpretation, how do you interpret things? Do you see challenging issue as what? As a platform for you to grow more, to be the better version of yourself? Or do you see it as a method of looking down on yourself? Let me give an instance of interpretation. Let's say I went for a job interview, and unfortunately I wasn't picked. So when I got back home, I have to sit down. I was like, oh, I didn't actually get this job. I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. It is an opportunity for me to get better, to build more myself. Some people can find it. That's my own interpretation of me not getting the job. Some people might interpret it as maybe a death sentence. Some people might come and start like, why am I always failing? Why am I this? Why am I always failing at this? Am I not good enough? Am I this? Am I that? No. Don't take it as an opportunity to look down on yourself. Take it as an opportunity to build more on yourself. Take it as an opportunity to work on yourself. Because you didn't get the job doesn't mean you are not good enough. Doesn't mean that you are not good. Doesn't mean that you are not even okay. You are fine, and it's okay. So all these things are also also determine the kind of story you are creating. All these factors, the way you interpret events, your constant repetition of thought. What do you always think every time? Are you always thinking of positive things? Are you always conditioning your mind with great things, or you're always conditioning your mind with negativity? You understand? Then your personality, which kind of person are you? You have to know your personality. Then your environment, all these factors also affect the kind of story you are creating for yourself. So that's the part of what understanding your story. So you need to understand the kind of story you are creating for yourself, the factor that will help you to build a better story. So that's it. So let's go to the part of changing your story. How can you change your story? Let's say you are stuck. You already understand your story, and you already understand your current story. Okay, this and okay. So you already understand your current. Okay, let me give another example on creating your on story, understanding your story. Another part that you can know your story. How can you identify the current story that you are? These are the 4 criteria of how you can identify the current story that you are now. I just talk about factors that can actually help you in building a better story. This is your personality, your environment. You have to surround yourself with a good people, with a good mental environment, physical environment. You understand? Your repetition of thoughts. Try to always think positive things. And your interpretation. You have to improve in your interpretation of events. So these are the things that also affect the kind of story you are creating. So how do you now know the current story you are right now? Let me tell you, these are the 4 basic things of how to know the current story you are. Number 1 is what? Your level of excitement, your level of fulfillment, your level of growth, your level of alignment. So let me just explain. Your level of excitement is that, okay, let's say are you excited in what you are doing right now? Do you always feel the urge that whenever you wake up in the morning, you should stand up very early? You feel so excited that what you are doing, you're so excited. Like when you wake up in the morning, you're always very motivated to do that thing, or to go to that work, or to go for that or to pursue that career that you are after, or to go for that business trip. Are you always are you excited? What's the level of excitement? Is it very high? So if your level of excitement is high, it means that that story you are working on is a better story, and it's a good story for you. But whenever you feel as if you don't even have any excitement, you feel stuck, you are not even motivated to wake up in the morning, you're not motivated to wake up in the morning and go for that thing, it means that you need to write a better story for yourself. You understand? So that's for you to know the current story you are writing. So because if you're writing a better story, you should have the level of excitement to do that thing. You understand? So the second one is level of fulfillment. The thing that you are doing right now, do you think you have this fulfillment? Do you feel fulfilled in what you are doing? Like, let's say I'm going for yes, okay, I went to school and I'm actually studying a course, and that course is what I actually want to do right from my mind, like right from when I was very young. When I eventually finish my course, when I finish my university or finish whatever I'm doing, whatever program I'm doing, it comes to what's a level of fulfillment, because I'm actually doing what I want, not what people want me to do. You understand? So that thing that you are doing, that work that you are doing, or that business that you are doing, do you feel a level of fulfillment? Like, do you feel fulfilled that this is what I want to do? So when your level of fulfillment is very high, it's telling you that that story they are building is a great story and it's a better story for you. But when you don't feel fulfilled, you're not even fulfilled, you just know you are doing it. You are just doing it for doing sake. So this is an opportunity for you to write a better story so that you can feel fulfilled. Because whatever you are doing, you have to have the level of fulfillment. So that's number. So then number 3 is what? The level of growth. That thing that you are doing, do you see yourself growing gradually? Do you see yourself improving gradually? You understand? Is it that, are you growing or are you decaying? That's what you are doing. Are you growing? Are you actually growing, or are you decaying? So when all these things are the key factors and key factors to know your current story. The last one is your level of alignment. The thing you are doing right now, what you are doing with your life right now, do you feel any alignment to, okay, this thing I'm doing right now, is it a journey to who I want to become? Did I feel aligned that this thing I'm doing is really what I want to do? Did I feel the level of alignment? Did I feel the level of this is what I want to do, and this I'm doing will help me to become the person I want to become in life? So these are the 4 keys that will help you to know your current story. So that's the part of understanding your story. Understanding your story. This is how the writer explains it in his book. And if you want to have more details, then I urge you to get the book. Master Your Destiny. It's a very wonderful book. If you feel as if you are stuck in life, or if you feel that you need to improve more yourself, or you feel that you need to that goals that you set, but you have been procrastinating. This book is a very good book for you. This is Master Your Destiny. So you can get this book for more information. So this is just a summary. So let's go to the other part, changing your story. Now you already understand your story. Now let's go to your changing your story. How do you change your story? Like, okay, let's say you have a worst past, you have a very traumatized past. You understand? So how do you change your story? First of all, you need to make peace with your past. If you have a very traumatized past, like because maybe in your past life you have issues with your life, so because of those past events, you are not looking down on yourself that you can't be a better person because of what you have done in the past. You understand? You need to change your past. You need to make peace with your past. And now you need to what? Adopt new belief. You need to adopt new belief. You need to change all those old beliefs that you have before, like you looking down on yourself, you saying I can't, I can't, I don't have enough. You need to what? You need to dump those beliefs away and adopt new belief. Let me give you 7 examples of new belief that you can adopt that will help you to what? To change the current story, to change the story that you're writing before. Changing your story to a better story right now. Changing the story that is not good to a better story right now. Let me give you the 7 possible belief that you can adopt. Number 1 is what? If one, then a million. If I can write 1 book, then I can write 1 million book. If I can make 1 video, then I can make 1 million video. If I can sell just 1 good, maybe you are selling something and you're like, maybe you're not trying to advertise online, so you're trying to make advert online. If you can just sell just 1, then you can sell 1 million. What you just need to do is just repeat the process. You understand? Repeat it. Okay, what are the things you have to identify? You have to identify all the things that you do for you to sell that 1 product, or for you to write that 1 product. You have to identify the things that you do. So let's say before you sell that book now, before you sell that product online, you advertise, you make proper advertisements, you make a lot of things. Those things that you do are the process, right? For you to eventually sell that 1 product. So when you eventually sell that 1 product, what you just need to do is just to repeat the process. Repeat the process, and before you know, it's keep growing. So that's a very good belief. If 1, then a million. If I can make 1 video, then I can make 1 million video. If I can write 1 proposal, then I can write 1 million proposal. If I am accepted in 1 job interview, then I can win a lot of job interview. I can be accepted in a lot of job interview rather, sorry. So these are, if I can, how will I say, if I can build 1 house, then I can build millions of houses. If I can own 1 beautiful car, then I can own many cars. So there's a very good belief that you can adopt, and it's an empowering belief that when you adopt, it's up to you to change your mindset, which from your mindset shift, we help you to change your story, because your story is the constant repetition of what you think you are. You understand? So the next one is what? If others can, then I can. If others can make millions from online, then I can make millions online. If others are making $1 from online, then I can make more than that. You understand? If others are making wealth, then I can also build my wealth. You understand? It's just an empowering belief that makes you to feel motivated. You understand? If others can succeed, then I can succeed. That's number 3. If others can succeed, okay, let's say me and my friend, we are actually studying the same course. If she can pass a particular course, then I can also pass it. It's just an empowering belief that makes you to stay motivated. You understand? I am the creator of my own life. Exactly, that's another belief. I am the creator of my life. The way I want my life to be, that is the way I'm going to design my life. I am the creator of my own life. So these are empowering beliefs that when you adopt can help you to change the way you think. And your constant repetition of the way you think will lead you to take action. And by taking action, which will help you to change your story to a better story. So those are the beliefs that you can adopt to changing your story. Another part of changing your story is that condition your mind. Try to condition your mind. Condition your mind by what? Reading, how would I say it? Always going for what? Educational content. Always what? Condition your mind with inspirational content. Don't just watch negative things. Secondly, you need to change your environment. Yes. Who are the set of people you are working with? Who are the set of people you are hanging out with? These people that you're hanging out with, are they in support of what you are trying to do, or they are always looking down on you that what are you doing? That they are doing. They are just wasting your time. Eh? You're saying you're writing book. What do you want to write a book for? Who are you to write book? Are they always looking down on you? Are they always bad mouthing what you are doing? Or are they always in support of what you are doing? So you have to what? You have to be very careful of your environment, because the environment is a very, very big factor in knowing the kind of story you are writing, or in the story in the kind of story you are writing for yourself. Because what? A bad environment can actually influence you. Yes, if you are surrounded with a bad, or maybe you're in a bad environment, it will influence you, or it will limit the kind of person you are trying to become. So you need to what? You need to what? Change the cycle of friends. If all your friends are what? Are like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. They're always bad mouthing you. So just what? You need to change your cycle. You need to change the cycle. Understand? So all these things are the key concept of what? Changing your life, changing your stories rather. Understand? You need to change kind of environment. You need to condition your mind with new things. Condition your mind. Then you need to adopt empowering belief that will make you see yes, that will make you stay motivated, that will make you to what? See more what? Good version of yourself, or best version of yourself. So that's what they also part of changing your story. So now I've already explained understanding your story and what changing your story. So if you want more information again, I will urge you to get the book Master Your Story. It's a very nice book. So let's go to the last part. This is the last part. Integrating your story. This part is the part I love most. And this part I've actually implement what is being taught in this part. It's a very good part. So when you already understand your story, you already know your story, you already understand your belief, you already understand what are the things that make up your story. You also understand your current story. That's the first part. And now you're already changing your story. You're already working in the part of changing your story. Now you're already changing your belief. You're already adopting new belief, right? You have changed your environment. You have changed the circle of your friends. You have conditioned your mind with new empowering belief, right? So now integrating your story. That's a lovely part. Integrating your story is just like you implementing what you are implementing, all the things that you are supposed to do for you to now have that better story, for you to now create that beautiful story for yourself, for you to create that kind of beautiful life you always wanted. So this part is just like you implementing good habits. So everything in life is habits. For you to get to that kind of person you want to be, there are some habits, or there are some habits that you want, there are some routine, or there are some process that you have to do for you to become that person you want to be. You understand? So everything is habit. You have to cultivate a very solid habit, a very solid daily habit. You understand? Now you also have to visualize yourself to the future. Now that you know the kind of story you want to create, you have to what? Visualize yourself to the future. You have to create this what? Visualization in your mind. You have to imagine, you have to meditate. Like, who do I really want to be? What am I trying to become? Who am I trying to become? You understand? So this part, this integrating of your story, integrating your story is the part where you have to, now this time around, you have to set goals. You have to work towards your goals. This time around, you have to what? That goals you are trying to do, you have to create a daily habit that aligns with those goals that you are trying to create. Let's say you want to, how will I say it? Let me give an example. Let's say you want to make content. You want to make video content. So when you're trying to make video content, you need to change your daily habits, your daily routine. And what before, let's say your daily routine is before it's just you trying to do other things. But now that you're already creating content, you need to change your routine. Like when you wake up in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, take your bath, brush your teeth, pray. And after that, you do some little outro. Then the next thing, you start what? Writing script for your content. After writing script for your content, you have to prepare yourself for you to shoot video. After shooting video, then you go and edit your videos. That's routine. You have to create a routine that will align with what you are trying to do. So this part is what is you implementing solid habits, and everything is habits. See, look at what you are doing right now. The things you are doing right now, the things you are doing, the habits, your daily habits, Look at, project yourself to the future, that if I continue doing this thing, who would I become? What I'm doing right now, if I project myself the next 2 years, the next 5 years, who will I become? How will I, like, will I improve? Will I improve? Or will I actually become, will I be in the process of becoming who I am, who I want to be? You understand? So habit is very, very important. You understand? And there are some things that when you continue doing something, before you know it become part of you. You understand? When you keep doing, when you have a habit, you're always doing it every time. Before you know, it become part of you. So you need to what, implement a rock solid habit. You understand that before maybe the next 5 years, it will help you to become the best person you want to be. And secondly, you need to visualize yourself. You understand? The leverage of visualization. You understand? You need to visualize the kind of person you want to be. So all these parts will help you to what? To build that better story that you want to build. We help you to build that great story that you want to build for yourself. So by so doing all these things that the writer has actually explained in this book, you are going to create a very beautiful story for yourself, and you're going to master your destiny and build that kind of life you want to do. So I will urge you again, for more information, if you want to get the full content of this book, I want you to get the book and read it for yourself. What, squeeze all the information and get the information for yourself. So I hope you enjoy this content. I hope this content is very useful for you. So please hang around, and if you always like self-development content like this, and what, more reviews on books, self-development book like this, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I always post more self-development content. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.